Usually I wake up pretty early, but this morning I don't eat breakfast because I don't want to elevate the heart rate nor my oxygen consumption. I do a little morning yoga and then I stretch my lungs. Then I drink a little hot homemade concoction made of organic ginger, beetroot, and cayenne pepper because I need my inner fire to be powerful, since this is no ordinary day. Then I wait for my team to arrive, because when you're in Greenland, there's nothing you can do alone. You absolutely need local support. I get the 20-minute countdown from my team. 20 minutes to go. I undress quickly and I stand ready in my Speedos. The doctor duct tapes a state-of-the-art heart rate monitor to my chest and I feel ready. My little mascot, Biff, is already sitting at the triangular entrance hole that has been cut in the ice. And I sit right next to him and I start my breathing routine. Then I get the 1-minute countdown. The doctor takes a blood sample from my finger. They want to investigate the stress level in my body before I dive. I attach myself to the safety line and lower my legs into icy water. Then I signal to my team that I'm okay. I take my final breath, I pack a few times, and then I plunge into the clear liquid blue. And then I start swimming. Then I find the perfect balance between arms and breaststroke leg. It's like a frog kick. And I have to optimize my technique so I don't waste oxygen. And then I glide more and more. At this point, I'm so numb, I'm paralyzed in my whole body that the coldness doesn't matter. I'm way beyond that point. And I have to just keep working. I have only to focus on working, pushing my body to the maximum limit. If your mind gets stiff, like your body, then the whole thing can be a disaster, because if my mind freaks out, you go into panic, and panic is what kills. And I just sleep almost in that emptiness, in that freedom. I kind of do everything in a slow motion. Maybe I take a little look, where's the line? Okay, I'm on the right track. And then I know when I come to the end, I have to look for the hole. So this is the dangerous moment. I have to find the right way to exit. And hopefully I've timed my dive and my training so that the hole is there. And I exit with joy. I'm okay. Yes. And it's great. I finished the dive 250 feet, which is still the current Guinness World Record, and I take my first breath. The internal struggle and numbing pain in my body and mind is my business, it's my job. All I want to show is the beauty, and I hope that it looks a bit like a ballet, because I want to show that our body can do amazing things. And I want to show that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe you think that this looks like a scene out of Avatar, something from a science fiction movie in outer space. And actually, just last month, I had the great honor and privilege to meet people that have actually gone to outer space. This was during the 115th anniversary gala dinner in the Explorers Club, where I've been a proud member for the last few years. And I got to meet Rusty Schweickart, who was the Apollo lunar module pilot on the Apollo 9 mission in '69. And we got to talk about this incredible feeling of freedom, of floating without gravity. And he explained this beautiful, life-changing moment when he was doing a spacewalk and he was soaring about planet Earth between life and infinity. The great news today is that you don't have to go to outer space to experience this. We can all experience this, and if you hold your breath, you can go on an amazing inner journey. People always ask me, Steve, why do you have to be so extreme? Why do you have to hold your breath so long? Why do you have to dive so deep? Why do you have to almost kill yourself in the process? It's so dangerous. But to me, it's not extreme. It's not extreme at all. I'll tell you what is the most extreme: life. Or going for milk. We all know the feeling. It's late at night. You open the fridge. No milk. No problem. You jump on the old bike, head down the road, careless. You don't put a helmet on, you forget the lights. The car doesn't see you, bang. That's extreme to me. Freediving is not dangerous. Breathholding is not dangerous. Even blacking out is not dangerous. What is dangerous is doing it carelessly, without taking all the precautions every single time, just like going for milk without light. I lost my best friend 7 years ago. Alex was a beautiful angel when he lived on this planet, a passionate marine biologist just like myself, and he loved teaching people, especially kids, about the wonders of the sea. But one day, helping a girl recovering a lost fin, he made a simple mistake. He broke the first rule of diving, which is never dive alone. And in his selfless act of kindness, he simply forgot, and he died on that day. After Alex died, I was inspired to create an online program on water safety, rescue, and survival. And today that program is being used all over the world, and it's even now mandatory for the Danish Navy SEALs in training. So please never dive alone, because there are no warning signs. It's just like getting hit by a truck. You don't see it coming. I will tell you what is really extreme, though. Some years ago, I was featured in a magazine called Men's Journal. I did another Guinness World Record, and they made this little feature called The Ice Guru. Now, while this article didn't change my life, the magazine certainly did. Because when I picked it up, my heart broke. I wrote another story about a young man called Andrew, only 24 years of age, and he was sent to Iraq as an army gunner. And quickly, he started developing trouble sleeping. He also showed other symptoms of PTSD, of post-traumatic stress disorder. And he was given as many as 20 different medications and antipsychotic drugs. Think about that for a moment. 20 different hardcore drugs. That is not only extreme, that's extremely disgusting. So I thought to myself, there must be something I can do. There must be a better way. Because using drugs will never get to the root cause of problems like PTSD and stress. It will only numb the pain, and you might as well just get high or get drunk. Breathing and breath holding, however, I felt could heal the wounds. I had zero experience, but I had a plan. So I booked a pool and some hotel rooms in the most beautiful hotel I could find in Southern California, where I lived at that time. And then I let the word out, and I invited veterans to come and join my PTSD liberation workshop. And one of these people was Jeff.
My name is Jeff Grace. I just finished up the PTSD liberation workshop. I was diagnosed with PTSD and medically discharged because of other injuries, along with the PTSD was grouped into that. And I struggled with it every day. And one way or the other, anything from just the lighting is right, the sun's the right position, some dirt or sand blows across the road, and stuff like that, and boom, I'm back in Iraq or Afghanistan. I've been deployed to both, and um, I've seen the typical things. I've been in IEDs. I've been shot. I've had my buddy in my hands, and he passed. I've been through all of that, and so here I am, the last day of the PTSD liberation workshop, and I've been able to remember many childhood memories that PTSD has clouded, because my brain has been just blocking out things, and now I'm able to remember them. Good things from my childhood. That's priceless. This morning I woke up and I have not remembered a dream, and I can't even tell you more than 2 years. And this morning I woke up and I remembered my dream, and it was a good dream. And I just, I was just so happy, and I yelled into the other room at my girlfriend, like, I'm so happy. So through his training of breath holding and meditation, and it's not some hippie term, meditation. Look, I'm a vet, I'm young, I'm only 28. I've seen the shit, as vets would call it, as we call it. I'm here to tell you that it works. It's not something to even laugh at. I've gotten better because of it. Yeah, I can't stress enough how important this has been to my life in general. I can actually imagine and smell and see, and almost like I could touch things from my childhood that were non-existent before, at all. And I was really depressed. Just that alone, to have your childhood memories literally stolen from you, because my brain would always just be like, no, restart from this point, forget everything in your past. And it was really hard. It was a struggle, no matter how hard I tried, no matter how many therapists I went to. I won't get into the whole going to see a psychiatrist and all that thing, but because I've been to many, clearly I still couldn't remember anything. So this worked, though.
Over the years, thank you, my team and I in Breathology have been collecting data about PTSD, and I want to share some of the most interesting results with you here today. First of all, of course, we often connect veterans and PTSD, but we saw that sexual assaults actually was reported higher, and the vast majority of people, when they answered what had caused the PTSD, was actually personal tragedy. Then we asked, how long after the trauma did you experience the PTSD? And we had another big group of immediately, of course, the shock, but we also found that after 3 to 5 years, there was another large group. So this is a ticking bomb. Finally, we asked, how long have you suffered from PTSD? And the feedback was rather devastating, because nearly 70% reported that after 5 years, they were still struggling and suffering. This led to a few realizations. First of all, PTSD is a global tragedy. It's something that hits not only families, it devastates communities, countries, and we absolutely need to do something about it. We must be very careful not to stigmatize these people. Secondly, it made me realize that the current treatment apparently isn't very successful, because people are still suffering after 5 years. Thirdly, it made me realize that I needed to transition in my life, go from passion to purpose. I needed to quit or stop being this world champion freediver, flying all around the world, doing my crazy circus acts in a glass cage, to actually using my experience and expertise to help people that are suffering and make them break out of their cages. So, this is what we've been working on. And today, I want to share another result with you, because after the dive under the ice that you saw a few minutes ago, the doctors took another blood sample, and they saw that there was no change in stress level in my blood, in the stress hormones. And this puzzled them, because I'd been under such extreme conditions. But I truly believe that we can all learn to manage stress, PTSD, and we can learn to become comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. So that's what I do today. I travel around the world and teach people ways to optimize their health and performance through breathing and breath holding. I teach senior citizens, people in rehabilitation, Olympian athletes, stressed out business managers. I train the Danish Royal Air Force, and I train Navy SEALs and different special operations groups. I call it relax on demand. And when you go underwater and have to hold your breath at the same time, you achieve what I believe is the highest level of self-management. I call it meditation underwater. Because you truly meditate. You go into another state. We see here that there's a spike in alpha wave frequency in the brain, and that is also kind of a dreamy state. When you hold your breath, you open the gateway to your heart. And I don't mean this as a metaphor. When you hold your breath, you activate a natural response in your body called the mammalian dive response. I like to call it our inner dolphin, and you all have one. And when that dolphin wakes up, you trigger the vagus nerve, the 10th cranial nerve that runs from your brain to your heart. So you actually do get a physical contact with your heart. It also runs into your lungs, your internal organs, and your intestines. And it's a part of the nervous system called the parasympathetic, or rest and digest. When you hold your breath a little longer, the diaphragm starts to move. You build up carbon dioxide. Now you might think you're getting a good abs workout, and you are, but you're also releasing and dissolving stress, trauma, and fear from the solar plexus region. Breath holding, as shown today, is the natural part of breathing. It's very overlooked, which is a shame because it has so many benefits. When done correctly, breath holding is power and magic. It can help you heal, it can help you change broken patterns, and it can make you make better decisions. It can even help you transform stress into relaxation. We hear so much about meditation, mindfulness, and conscious breathing. I say, just as important is holding your breath. Holding your breath can help you quiet your busy mind. It can help you get a shortcut to inner freedom and peace. Breath holding is the silent part of breathing. It is the yin to the yang. After every dive, after every breath hold, I always end with a smile. I do so because I want everyone to see the beauty of breath holding. Breath holding is not just blacking out. Breath holding is the new black.